Hello everybody and welcome back to the Forest Job here with Dave Plays. Today we're taking on Bayer Leverkusen in the Europa League. We made it through the group stages and now we're into the real nitty-gritty, the knockout stages of this secondary European tournament. Of course, we would all love to be in the Champions League, but not everybody is quite able to afford the entrance fee. So, as I said, today is Bayer Leverkusen versus Nottingham Forest at the Bay Arena, or Bay Arena, I'm not entirely sure. I would say Bay Arena since it's Bayern. Or Bayer, sorry, Leverkusen. Anyway, before we get into that match, we have highlights for you from a couple of matches that have taken place in the Premier League. Everton versus Forest and Forest versus Newcastle United. There's an absolute peach of a free kick in one of those games. So check those highlights out and I'll be with you when you return. Okay, so those were the highlights from the two matches. Absolutely torn apart by Everton, but we did manage to salvage something from the Newcastle match in the last dying minutes of the game, thanks to Harry Wilson's superb left-footed free kick. How close could you get the free kick into the corner of the goal? I don't think you could get it much closer than that. Okay, we're going to start with Bayer Leverkusen in a second, but before we do, I'd just like to remind you that if you enjoy the video, drop a like on it, and if you're new and you want to see more videos like this, do remember, feel free to click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that you know when videos are posted. Right, with that out of the way, let's get into today's match, and it's going to be a now familiar system, 4-5-1, and a very defensive system though it is proving to be relatively effective for us this season. A warning to those of you watching, I have been playing a lot of a private save, and since I've been playing for fun, I've been playing on a lower difficulty, so I'm finding it a bit difficult to get back to the difficulty that we're playing here, which of course is Superstar. So no need to make any changes actually. I'm very happy with what I'm seeing from the team there. They're all 100% as far as stamina is concerned. Only change I will make is I'll bring Hugma onto the bench for McKenna, and tempted to put another pacey striker on the bench, but I think actually we'll stick with what we've got. Yeah, that seems like a decent team to start the game with. It's going to be the first time that we've been able to play an unaltered starting lineup for some time actually. It always seems like we've got an injury or a stamina issue getting in the way of a full strength lineup being able to be played. So going to be good to see all of the players back together. We're at our most potent, we're at our most effective of all of these players. As we have a look at the Bayer Arena in Leverkusen, players in the tunnel getting ready. The nervous energy, I'm sure, is building as they make their way out onto the pitch. Their goalkeeper's got a stupendous haircut. And we're going to skip the rest of that and get into the game proper. So here we go, kick-off in the knockout stage of the Europa League. Obviously it's a two-legged affair, meaning that it's vital really that we try to get an away goal today. Even if we end up in a losing effort, I think the away goal sometimes is more important than a win or even a draw. If we could take a 2-1 loss into the next leg, that could be a massive advantage for us, as Arcas breaks with the ball, plays it backwards to Centurion just for some more support. Wilson in plenty of space on the right hand side. Safweek now crossed into the box, Hernandez underneath, can't quite get to it. Wilson to Hadji, back to Wilson. Safweek on the overlap, into the middle, and it very nearly managed to apply a finish there, but Leverkusen scramble it away. And now Siggraven to Tar, who's I think a German international if I'm remembering correctly. Here's Facer. Lovely spread of play, moving it into the centre of the pitch. Worrell wins that header, but the header is not exactly the most accurate, and it's caused us some trouble here. And now Willems has given away a foul on the left-hand side of our defence. And I think that's a very, very harsh yellow card from the referee for what was essentially a body check. He may have kicked through the player, but I didn't double tap the X button, which is normally how you get a yellow card for a standing tackle. And now Palacios has the opportunity to whip one in, and it's a very dangerous looking ball. I've noticed that defending aerially is a lot more difficult since Data Pack 4 launched. I don't know if that's... oh dear, we're giving it away straight away. Schick. Arcas wins it. Good play from Arcas, and he can strike a counter-attack here, perhaps. Oh, it's too far ahead of Wilson. Oh, he wins it back though. Hernandez making the run. Oh dear, Hernandez, that run was not intelligent. Or maybe I just left it a little bit too late to do something with him. Oh, that's a good run from Hernandez though, and it's 1-0 to Nottingham Forest. Here at the Bayer Arena, the visitors have shocked the home crowd with an early opener. And what was I saying about Hernandez and his intelligent runs? Well, he's cursed commentator, he's forced me to stick my foot squarely in my mouth. Brilliant through ball into him, found him. There's Oriol Busquets seeing the opportunity, playing the diagonal through ball. And Hernandez manages to apply the finish. It's 1-0 here to Nottingham Forest. Well, 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 we were talking about the importance of away goals in these knockout ties. And immediately, Nottingham Forest have managed to get themselves one. Now, can Bayer Leverkusen find a leveller? Not if Willems has anything to do with it. That's a good tackle from the Dutchman. And now Forest breaking again. That's nuts, Centurion. Oh dear, oh dear. Arcas may get to that. No, he can't. And now perhaps Leverkusen can break themselves. Oh, it's a great save. And an emphatic clearance from Willems. They tore us apart there, and for my liking, the defence didn't get back quickly enough and just let them play straight through us. It is tricky though at this difficulty level. It seems like the AI is constantly defending at a world-class level, and conversely, I'm always struggling. There's a ball for Hadji if we can find it. He just manages to keep it in. Great play from Hadji, good hustle. Centurion, oh, he was looking for Hernandez. The first time ball, not quite finding the striker, who wasn't quite ready for it. And Arcas again has just been sold a little bit short by the ball. Centurion's working back hard here. Oh, great tackle from Willems. Great defending from the Dutch left back. The maestro, the legend himself. Oh, great save! And another counter-attack for Forest, perhaps. Ah, no, it just breaks down in the middle of the park. And forward they come. That's a good save from Nubel. Good to see that the turn and shot isn't as effective as perhaps it once was. Although the curse of the commentator will probably make me stick my foot once again in my pie hole by the end of the match, now that I've said that. Centurion and Willems showing good understanding of each other. Ball into the middle, which did look quite dangerous. Arcas. Oh, lovely passing play by Forest. That was a good charging tackle by Zafuik there. Wilson just holding on for the overlap. Gets it. Here's Zafuik. Into the middle. Hadji underneath it. Zafuik will get it back. Out to Wilson. Lobs it back in. Hernandez! And I think he's offside. Yep. The referee indicating an offside, and it was by some distance, it has to be said. I have to remember to look for the players indicating that they want the ball played. You've got a much better chance of scoring from a header if the player you're aiming for has his arm up at the time that you cross the ball. So here's Amiri as the half-time whistle goes. It's been a very good first half for Nottingham Forest, although they have ridden their luck slightly with a couple of fantastic saves from Nubel, keeping the Bayer Leverkusen strikers at bay. They've had the better of the game so far, but they've got nothing to show for it. And Nottingham Forest, one shot on target, and wouldn't you know it, it went in. The Tricky Trees are riding their luck here. Let's see what they can do in the second half of the game. Playing it sideways at the moment. There's no real pressure on Forest. They can afford to play the ball in amongst themselves and just look, oh dear, very nearly giving the ball away there. And that's a poor ball from Worrell, and he's played his team into trouble here. They're one short at the back. And well, that's a controversial call from the referee. Didn't honestly see an infraction there at all, but he's given the free kick, which fortunately for us amounted to a grand total of nothing. Willems on the left-hand side, looking for Centurion ahead of him, finds him. Oh, he burst past his man. Willems into the middle for Hadji. Can't find him, and it's cleared out for a throw-in to Forest. Substitution for the home team. They'll be looking to try and change the game in their favour. As Willems again has the ball on this left-hand side. No pressure to put it in immediately. Lovely little fake out there. And the ball in for Hernandez, a little bit premature, unfortunately. Bailey, Sinkgraven. Wilson puts in the tackle but can't keep hold of the ball, so Sinkgraven retrieves it. Oh, it's lovely play from Leverkusen, and he's put it wide. Schick with the chance of the match so far from a Leverkusen point of view. Again, they're just playing through the defence like it's not there, which is infuriating for me. Here's Willems. Now Bremer. Oriol Busquets. Starting to press us a little bit more now, are Leverkusen. Oh, that's a good tackle on Willems. And away Leverkusen come with the ball. It's moved into the middle for Schick. Ah, it's a good tackle. Worrell knew what was happening, but the pass is absolutely appalling. Well, maybe it's not the pass. Maybe it was Centurion's effort to try and get onto the ball that was the problem. I have to look at possibly substituting him. And remember that there's a man on Arcas in the middle. We'll go with... that's a good question. We're going to go with Hošek. A little bit more speed, which will help him join attacks more quickly. Again, the pace of Centurion at the moment is massively hampered. He's playing like a man that's got a dodgy hamstring. Hadji doing a great job of running back to try and make sure that he does his defensive duties. Hadji. Wilson will get onto it. Oh, that's a rash challenge, which somehow the Leverkusen player has completely gotten away with. I'm going to be furious if something comes of this chance. And fortunately for my sanity as well as your eardrums, nothing does come of the attack, but What an appalling challenge that was on Harry Wilson on the right-hand side. And this is what I'm talking about. When I talk about the refereeing in this game and the fact that you get some innocuous fouls that are given against you, and then something like that happens, and absolutely no decision is rendered in your favour, it does make you really, really annoyed at the refereeing AI in the game. And no wonder people talk about scripting. Hernandez. Wilson. Oh, what a chance! Ploshek holds his head in his hands. I don't know how close that was to going in, but it didn't feel like it was too far away. Oof, dear oh dear. He let fly with that right foot. We'll have another look at substitutions in case we need to freshen things up. I'm going to take off Willems for Ribeiro, just because that yellow card hanging over his head, you know, we could be reduced to 10 men, and I would like to have Willems in the starting 11 for the next match against Leverkusen if possible. But I think that's the only change we're going to have to make. Actually, I say that. Right, there we go. Bring on Cosgrove. He's not a counter-attacking player, but he helps link the play so nicely that the right and left wing forwards potentially could come into the game a little bit more with his inclusion. Ooh, a little loose for Hadji, but he gets it. Here's Wilson. Run through the middle by Hadji. Couldn't quite find him. And now Harry Wilson is chasing this loose ball down. Goes out for a Forest throw anyway. Got 1.5 minutes of time left here. I think I might just fire one in for Cosgrove. Oh, that's a foul. And this is Harry Wilson territory. So with 20 seconds left in the game, could Harry Wilson give us a second goal, which would all but secure a place in the next round of the competition? Let's have a look again. He gets the ball, but definitely catches the man. Now, what's the difference between that and the challenge that we suffered beforehand? I couldn't tell you. Wilson. Still Wilson. Oh, it's a good save. It ended up a little bit too close to the goalkeeper in the end. But it's a good attempt. And that's the final whistle. It is a 1-0 victory for Nottingham Forest. A brilliant result for the Tricky Trees in this European knockout round. And now we'll have to wait and see what happens in the next round of the competition. Well, I say the next round, the next half of this competition against Bayer Leverkusen. So the tale of the tape, we were definitely the underdogs in the competition, but overall very happy with the performance of the side and the result. Much more passing by us, although our passing accuracy was pretty woeful. I would probably put that down to the number of attempted killer balls that didn't quite come off for us. Even so, the ratings, well, oh, Jesus Christ, 4.5 for Worrell. Are you sure? Are you sure? I wish I could just get rid of this rating screen, honestly. If I was playing on PC, I would look into getting a mod for getting rid of the rating screen altogether. Hernandez with a 7.5 and man of the match. Absolutely right in my mind. The match winner in this instance. Although, you'd have to say that Newball is in with a shout at getting it himself. So that's going to do us for this episode of The Forest Job. Just looking at the other results in the round of 32. You can see there, I'm just going to click over to the other page. Feel free to hit the pause button if there's a result that you want to focus in on. And as we return back to the main menu, all that's left for me to say is thank you very much for joining me. When we come back next time, I think it will be for the second leg of the round of 32 match against Bayer Leverkusen. We'll have highlights of the Leicester City match, of course. But until then, thank you very much for watching. Take care. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.